In every corner of Africa, stories breathe, tales buried in dust, whispered through firelight. You're about to hear one of them. Welcome to African Horror Stories. Cote d'Ivoire Folklore. He was not the leopard until night fell. In the village of Cote, no one spoke of the leopard anymore. They spoke of illness, they spoke of misfortune, they spoke of God, but never the leopard, because the last man who said its name aloud was found at dawn lying in the dirt behind his home. His body had been opened with a precision no animal could manage. Not torn, not eaten, opened, as if something had reached inside him and taken what it needed. And around him, pressed into the soft earth, were footprints, human, bare, leading to him, and then gone. Koffi returned to Cote after 8 years away. The city had changed him, or maybe it had stripped something from him. In the city, things made sense. If something happened, there was a reason, a cause, a system. Cote had none of that. The village felt smaller than he remembered, but heavier, like it was holding its breath. People greeted him, but their smiles were thin, their eyes restless. They did not look at him for long. At his father's funeral, no one wailed, no one collapsed in grief. They stood in silence, watching. Not him, something behind him. That night, his aunt came to his door. She didn't knock. She stood there, her face half hidden in shadow. "You came back at the wrong time," she said. Koffi sighed, tired from the journey, from the rituals, from the weight of returning to a place he no longer understood. "I came back to bury my father." She shook her head slowly. "No, you came back when it started again." The first body was found 2 days later. A hunter, strong, skilled, the kind of man who moved through the forest like he belonged to it. They found him just beyond the tree line. His throat was gone, his chest opened, but there were no signs of struggle, no broken branches, no dragged earth. Only those same footprints, human, bare, walking toward him, and then stopping. Koffi didn't believe it. He couldn't, because believing it meant accepting something worse than death. It meant accepting that whatever was doing this could stand beside you in daylight, could speak your name, could laugh with you. That night, the dreams began. At first, they were nothing, just running, through trees that stretched endlessly in every direction. His body moved faster than it ever had, silent, effortless. The ground barely touched him. Then came the smell, thick, metallic, warm, blood. Koffi woke in darkness, his chest heaving, his body ached in ways he couldn't explain. His hands trembled as he brought them to his face. His nails were dirty, packed with earth, as if he had been digging or clawing. He washed them, said nothing, because saying something would make it real, and Koffi was not a man who believes in things without reason. The elders came the next day, not to greet him, to look at him. They stood in a half circle, their faces unreadable. One of them stepped forward, his voice low. "The leopard does not come from the forest." Koffi frowned. "Then where does it come from?" The old man's eyes did not leave his. "It comes from a man who has forgotten who he is." Koffi let out a short laugh. "Then find your man." The elder didn't react. "We already have." That night, the dream didn't ease into him, it took him completely. He was no longer watching, he was inside it. The forest stretched around him, alive in ways he had never seen. Every sound was sharp, every movement clear. He could hear heartbeats, smell fear, taste the air. He looked down, pause. A man walked ahead, unaware. Koffi tried to stop, tried to turn away, tried to wake, but his body moved on its own, low, silent, certain. When he leapt, something inside him broke.
Or maybe it finally woke, because in that moment he felt it. Not fear, not horror, joy. Koffi woke before sunrise. His body was covered in scratches, thin, sharp lines across his arms, his chest, his legs. His mouth tasted of iron. Outside, the village was silent, too silent. Then the scream came. They found the body near the river, and this time the footprints did not vanish. They continued, step after step, through the dirt paths, past the huts, until they reached Koffi's door. He stared at them, his breath shallow, his mind racing, searching for something, anything that made sense. But there was nothing. So he ran. The forest welcomed him. It did not resist, it did not warn, it simply opened. Koffi stumbled through the trees, his heart pounding, his thoughts unraveling. He didn't know where he was going, only that he needed distance, space, escape. Then he heard it, breathing. He turned. Nothing. The sound came again, closer, but not around him, inside him. He fell to his knees, his hands digging into the earth, and in that moment something settled over him, not fear, understanding. The elders had not come to accuse him. They had come to confirm what they already knew. The leopard was never something that hunted from the shadows. It did not stalk the village. It did not choose at random. It waited for the right man, the one who no longer belonged anywhere. Koffi closed his eyes, and when he opened them again, the forest looked different, clearer, sharper, alive. Weeks later, the killings stopped. The village returned to its quiet rhythm. The tension faded. People spoke again, laughed again, lived again. But no one went near the forest after dark, because sometimes, in the deep hours of the night, something moved between the trees, not fully animal, not fully human. And when it came close to the edge of the village, the dogs did not bark. They lowered their heads. They stepped back, because they knew that scent. He was not the leopard, until the night remembered him. That's all for today. If you liked the video, let me know by hitting like. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe for more. You can watch another video of mine right here. See you next time.